Thanks for tuning in to see what's happening around Grace Church. We are so grateful for you, and there is so much to celebrate of what the Lord is doing. We've been saying for several weeks that we're excited to share with you all that God is putting before us, and we're still excited to share that He is moving, that He's at work, that at Vacation Bible School we get to see Him move, that among our staff team He's moving, that as we're looking and praying about the possibility of Rapid River, God is doing a work, and we're just grateful. We're grateful that we get to participate with God in the building of His kingdom. And with that, I want to invite you in to something that Philippians 2 says. This is what Paul writes, starting in verse 1. So if there is any encouragement in Christ, any comfort from love, any participation in the Spirit, any affection and sympathy, complete my joy by being of the same mind, having the same love, being in full accord and of one mind. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. It's a reminder that we are called by God to walk in relationship with Him and each other sacrificially. That we are called to sacrificial living where we serve one another, care for one another, and take care of each other's needs. And one of the practical ways that we can do that as a church body each and every week is by parking as far away from the front doors as possible. We have people who are parking in the gravel lot in the back. We have people who are parking around behind the back of the building. And we are still seeing the parking lot fill up. That there's only a few spots left, and some of them get pushed to the back. And when a newcomer comes and they drive through a row or two, they just believe there's no room for them. And so they leave. And so we have an opportunity to advance the ministry of the gospel simply by parking as far away as we're able and walking in from that place. And so I just want to encourage you and remind you that it is a ministry to others in the church when you choose to park way out in that gravel lot. When you choose to carpool together so that there's more room in the parking lot instead of bringing 2 or 3 cars from your family. You see, these are just little ways that we can be mindful of one another, little ways that we can be mindful of those who aren't connected to the church yet, those who are not connected to the Lord, who are disconnected and are seeking, they're looking, they're wanting to know, they're wanting to learn, to grow, and to understand, but they're not there yet. We have an opportunity as a church to minister to people simply by parking further from the door. So I want to encourage you when you come in to choose that gravel parking lot. As long as you have an able body that's willing to make that walk, choose to park in that gravel lot. Choose to park in the back rows from the church so that the front rows are easily seen by guests and able to be parked in. Additionally, as we look forward and we talk about things like the church plant in Rapid River, there is more sacrificial service to come. There are ways that as a body we need to grow and we need to mature. And I want to invite you, where have you settled in and maybe not participated in the way that you should? Where have you become maybe a little bit self-serving, where you've given into being a consumer instead of being someone who's engaged in the building of the ministry? We have needs in children's ministry. We have needs in almost all of our ministries, that there would be opportunity for you to come and shadow, just observe and watch how you could serve in that role, how you could be a participant in what is going on there. We're excited to see what God's going to do in the future, but what we know right now is that we need more people who are willing to engage, who are willing to serve, who are willing to participate, to give of their time, to give of themselves, and to sacrificially serve. And that is what is next for us as a church, that we need to learn how to do this well together so that we can faithfully enter into all that God has for us. I want to encourage you to pray in that way, to ask the Lord what He's calling you to do, how He's calling you to serve, how He's calling you to participate in the building of His kingdom here at Grace. We look forward to worshiping the Lord with you on Sunday. Have a great rest of your week.